No, like, did you know Tony Blair knew, but wouldn't tell us until now, because he's leaving, that the United States had no plan for Iraq. They knew that they wanted to, bomb it and stuff like that. They named it. They had the bombs all set up. They loaded them onto the airplane. They had a plan to bomb the hell out of it called Shock and Awe. Remember that? Long time ago. Some of you weren't even born yet. But they didn't have any plan for after all the bombing and stuff. And Tony Blair says, I knew that. I knew. Now he's telling us, it's like seeing the bus driver ranting and raving and drooling and still saying, kids, get on the bus. Anyway, do you know what parent would do that? No parent. Nobody would do, except for George Bush, who is a parent, and Donald Rumsfeld, who, scarily enough, is a parent, and Colin Powell and the rest of them who sold you this BS. And Tony Blair, who's a parent. And wasn't one of the best things about Tony Blair is that he had young kids and he had a young wife, and won't this be great? He was like the Bill Clinton of the UK. Well, turns out he's nothing like him. No. And that everybody knew, except for us, we're always the last to know, that there was absolutely no plan for post-war Iraq. Well, good. I feel great now. I'm great. So, however, here's the new brain plan. Here's the new strategy for winning in Iraq. And here's why you need to know the new strategy. Because it never works. That's why. And this is why the chaos and the planned chaos. And this is the plan for more chaos. This is designed to actually foment a better civil war than the one they're already having. We all know it's a civil war, right? Right? Okay, good. Now they want to arm both sides of the civil war, and they don't know exactly how to sell this to the American people, that the insurgency, which are Sunnis, who have been attacking us in the most brutal attacks, who are aligned with what they're calling Al-Qaeda in Mesopotamia, which is hysterical because they're not Al-Qaeda. They may be Saudis, but they're not Al-Qaeda. They didn't go to they're not in contact with Osama bin Laden, who, by the way, is still alive. Did I mention? No. Now we find out that we are in the middle of the civil war. And now we want to hand out weapons to both sides. We want to arm the people who have been killing our soldiers. We want to arm the Sunni insurgency. We want to arm the insurgency that is causing more casualties to our soldiers than any other group. That's what we want to do. We want to arm the Sunni militants because, check this out, they've promised not to attack us. They've promised that they will fight Al-Qaeda, the groups that they are allied with. Well, they're promising. What are you going to... They're giving their word. They're promising. We're giving weapons to people who want to kill us because they promise to kill the people who want to kill us even more. Now, only this president, only this man, only George Bush could play both sides of the fence and still not manage to be on the right side. Well, here is the best explanation I've heard ever, and it was on the TV, so you had no excuse not to hear this gripping report. And it is the most concise, the clearest, best 1-minute explanation for the enemy of my enemy is my friend battle plan that our Department of Defense, our Pentagon, the Defense Department that spends more money than all, not any other, all other nations combined. That's how much we spend. And that brainiac think tank came up with this.
So basically, our new strategy is this.
It works on the premise that the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It is a classic example of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, you've heard the saying, the enemy of
my enemy
is your friend.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, let's break this down, shall we? For example, Al-Qaeda is our enemy. Now, the Sunni insurgency is now becoming their enemy, so the Sunni insurgency, they're our friends. Of course, the Sunni insurgency is most responsible for the IEDs used to attack our troops, making them our enemies. And the Shia death squads who've been targeting Sunnis are thus our friends. But they're controlled by Muqtada al-Sadr in Iran, who have sworn to defeat us, making them our enemies. Although Muqtada al-Sadr, of course, targeted by Al-Qaeda, thus making them Here's all you need to know about our situation in Iraq. Our most wanted villains are also our 5.
I'm telling you. Here, this is the answer to the question, how can things get any worse in Iraq? This is the answer to that question. This is how things could get worse in Iraq. And if the plan sounds crazy, here's what, if you just want it to be certified as absolutely batcrap crazy, then all I think you need to do is get Wolfowitz and Donald Rumsfeld to okay it, to sign off on it. And if they do, then you know it's crazy! Crazy! It's nutso!